Taurus, what's up with you guys? Let's see what's going on. This is for middle of October, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I am going to look at love and money and career. I'm going to also, the cards underneath are the ones that you don't see coming, so that's a big deal. And then I will have a little wild card reading. So in the extended, I pull cards for each zodiac sign, so no matter who you're dealing with, you get a little insight into what's going on for them. All right, let's see where we go. Thank you for all the cards and notes about the business class. Yes, if you have taken the business class before, almost 1,000 of you have, we are going to be doing some work around mentoring. So if you haven't started your spiritual business yet, I'm here to help, okay? So there's a link below in the description box. If you haven't taken the business class, now would be a really good time. If you want to really step into your mission and purpose for 2024, let's do it. Time. It's time. Talisman and boundaries. Okay, so some of you have some kind of deadline. Some kind of deadline is approaching, or you're feeling the weight of time. Like, how long is this going to take? Or, oh my goodness, I can't believe I have been doing this long. Something about time is going to be important to you in the middle of the month of October. I feel like you may not take very much time for yourself. You may be somebody who really is an overgiver to a lot of other people. I think you really have to take some time for yourself. It feels a little bit like a health issue. Okay. I'm not, diagnosing anybody, but I am saying that, like, if you feel like most of your time is going to other people and you can't get a moment to yourself, boundaries. Okay. You're going to need to, even if, listen, we're talking little kids, grandparents, ill people, all that kind of stuff. I realize those are all you don't have a choice, you feel, but you do. You could get somebody to help you. You can ask around. You can ask for your guides to bring in some help. My goodness. All right. Do a little bit better at that. I know that a lot of you are very, very good givers to other people, but you also have to make sure that you take care of yourself. Okay. That's a really important thing for Taurus right now. All right. We do have Neptune? No, Neptune's in Pisces and Uranus is in Taurus in your sign for the new moon in Libra. And it's those two signs are pointing at the new moon. So it's called a yod. And those two signs, so Uranus and Taurus and Neptune and Pisces are about 60 degrees apart. So they're kind of like talking to one another. And the new moon is going to have some kind of say. So what I would say about that is, I'm teaching a class tonight as I'm doing this video. I'm teaching a class tonight about how to tell when the transits are impacting you and when they're not. So even if a planet is in your sign of Taurus, you have your sun in Taurus, okay, is it sitting right on top of it? Or is it, 10 degrees away and not really talking to it? That transit might not be all that relevant for you. Okay. So there's something about that you need to pay attention to is the new moon in Libra is an eclipse. And so this is interesting information of expansion and also activation. If you have a lot of stuff in Taurus, then you're probably going to be affected more by this new moon, just by virtue of the fact that it's in a trine with another planet that is right opposite the new moon. Okay. So it's called a yod, and that's called the finger of God. So this is something that is on your path. It's part of your karmic path. All right. So I recommend that you take a look at your own astrology and see where you are with this. 8 of Cups, Judgment. That is a crossroads, my friend. That is a crossroads. Knight of Swords, Magician, 6 of Cups. I saw this while I was shuffling. The Queen of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. Oh, 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords, Fool. So there's definitely a conclusion here to a situation. I feel like somebody could be walking away from you, or you're walking away from somebody. I think there's a lot of anger and frustration just built up over time. I almost feel like this is one of those scenarios where we get a tower, because we do have this situation It escalates. That escalated quickly. 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords, boom, I'm out, right? Like, I'm not doing this anymore. So this can affect your work. It can affect something in terms of your love relationships too. This could be about, like, you have an adult kid who's like taking advantage of the family. You have a spouse who needs you to do more than you can. Like, you have all of your time is spoken for, but is the time really being spent in a way that is supportive of the situation? Now, sometimes we can't get away from how time is structured, especially when we have sick people in our lives, or we have, elderly people, or we have issues around health. But there is something here that says to me, you have got to get your boundaries in check. You have got to get some help. If you're doing something all by yourself, I feel like there's like a breaking point coming. Okay, there's definitely a breaking point coming. So this is the cards underneath is what's going on that you don't see. Now let's look at love, relationship, and then I will look at career and money, and then wild card. Okay, so love, the Star card, the 9 of Cups. That's beautiful energy. The Hermit energy. I like this. 9 of Wands, Moon, 7 of Wands, and the King of Cups. So there's something here about we keep going through the same patterns. I'm getting 9 and 9, and the Hermit is a 9. There's something about healing old patterns. And I like that you're showing up as the Star, because it's like, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to work on the issues. I'm willing to work on what's going on. However, there is something that you're resisting, and it could be out of fear. It's like, I'm afraid to open up a can of worms or something like that. I'm afraid to talk about something that is going on between us or is going on in my life. It's almost like you guys have not talked about an elephant in the room. And there is an elephant in the room. Okay. And so what's really important is that you learn to communicate. I think this is a really good, positive direction. If you're not dating anybody, if you're single right now, I feel like this has to do with you really understanding your own ability to, or inability to, have boundaries, especially when it comes to old patterns. It's harder to see our patterns when there's no one there to trigger them. That's just the truth. That's why relationships exist in our life, because we're here to learn stuff, and people shine lights and hold mirrors up to us all the time. Okay, so there's that situation. So what about work and money and career? The Strength card, the Hanged Man, the Lovers card, Tower. There's the Tower. 6 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so there's somebody has made a choice, a decision. You or a person that you're with, or, just on your own. I feel like some of you are making a decision to surrender to a new path. Okay. And it's like surrendering to a new path after the Tower happens is kind of like, it's not like you really get a choice after a Tower happens, but there's some Tower happening, and you are going in a new direction. I feel like it is going to take courage. You are going to need to surrender. There are going to be a lot of choices that need to be made. I feel like this is a little bit overwhelming. All right. The 9 of Swords is here. So we've got 9s. We've got a lot of 9s here. Right. The Hermit, 9 of Cups, 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles is missing. Okay. And 9 of Pentacles is about self-confidence. That's the key here. All right. So let me wild card for you. All right. Wild card for you. Queen of Swords. Chariot. We're dealing with a Cancerian. Devil energy. Capricorn energy right there. Wow. High Priestess. 2 of Wands. Temperance. Okay. I almost feel like you need to ask for help from your guides. This is not just about seeing if Aunt Mabel can come and stay with your mom while you go play bingo, or or, you know, someone else can pick up the kids or something like that. This is a much more systemic need for you to have a life of your own that isn't overrun by everybody else's needs. Now, I get it. Some of you have circumstances that are well beyond your control. But finding help is not beyond your control. Okay? So I want you to ask your guides to bring in people. Archangel Michael is here to help and protect you. I want you to, you know, I feel like there is a little bit of I like to be the one that is doing everything for everybody because I feel no one else is going to do it as well as I feel that. I feel ya, but I am saying that I think you're going to really burn yourself out in like a epic way. Okay? And this could impact you long into the future. So number one, please look for help in whatever you're doing. I am not saying that you're not capable of doing what you're doing. I am saying that you're not paying attention to you. I am saying that. Okay? And I also feel like there might be some things going on under wraps that are suddenly bursting out. It can show up in your work life, but there's a moon here and the 7 of Wands, and I feel like there's some resistance against feeling anything, or resistance against being the one who is the nurturing one, or resistance against changing my role. Like, I'm here to be like, you know, the person who is in charge of everybody else. I'm here to be the mother. I'm here to be the person who is responsible, right? Y'all aren't responsible. I'm the one who's responsible. So there's something like that. It could be a family issue, right? Doesn't have, I mean, it could be like your siblings and your parents, or it could be a marriage, you know, inside of a marriage, there could be an issue of control. It's an issue of control. And there is some kind of sudden change that's coming that will bring something really, really good. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. This is really good stuff. This is like a brand new beginning. There can be an offer that you have a big decision to make. You really have a big decision to make. Like, if I go in this direction, then what's going to happen with all that other stuff that I have filled my days with? My kids and my parents and everybody else, like, I can't do this. I can't possibly do this. But the Tower is almost saying, like, this is the direction you need to go in. You need to take a real hard look at this new opportunity that's coming in. What's being blown up is any kind of fear, all right, the moon, any kind of fear around maybe doing your own business, or fear that has to do with out in the world as opposed to at home. All right, there's something about that that's going on here. And I feel like with Cancer and Capricorn here, Cancer and Capricorn are opposite signs, and it is all about like mother, father. It's about home and hearth versus being out in the world in a career that's outside the home. There's something here that needs more balance. You need more balance. All right, you need more balance. I get the feeling that you almost feel shoved into this with this 9 of Swords as the outcome of the work situation. I feel like you're willing to look at something new, but then this Tower happens. So I just want to clarify this Tower for a second here. King of Pentacles, Hierophant, there you are. Queen of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. There needs to be more balance in this life. Okay, I feel like if you're in a relationship, you might have had a good division of labor, but now it's out of balance. If you're not married, then there's something out of balance in your life that you're all about work, and you know your home life needs you more, or vice versa. Okay, whichever one you spend most of your waking moments doing, the other one is screaming. Okay, so the universe is calling for balance, because guess what? This new moon is in Libra. And that is all about balance. Okay, so I'm going to continue on with this reading. There's a link below if you want to continue with me. We'll look at every single zodiac sign there is, and we'll get some guidance. I don't know if you're with somebody or you expect somebody, but there is definitely energies around you that you might want to look at. All right. Link is below if you want to continue, Taurus. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.